Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Casey. So, I had a request for a video on to tell you guys what my childhood was about. So, tonight I am going to tell you a couple stories of what happened, what it was like growing up for me. So, when I was I think we lived there when I was a baby. We lived in a little trailer park for a few years. Um, so this is the first story. Because since I have epilepsy, I don't quite remember my whole childhood. I just remember stories and bits and pieces of each one. So the first one I do remember is learning how to ride a bike. And there's a specific reason why I remember. So my dad was teaching me how to ride a bike, right? And one thing he did not teach me was how to use the brakes. So I take off, I'm riding, I'm enjoying it so much. Well, I turn back around to head back towards our house, right? Well, I didn't know how to stop. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. My dad is inside, and my brothers are outside, and I'm screaming. I'm like, how do I brake? It was so funny. And they were telling me to push my back pedal. Well, right when I went to push the back pedal, I slammed into a mailbox. And it wasn't just a mailbox, it was our mailbox. So that one was on my dad for not teaching me how to use the brakes. I kind of broke our mailbox, but that wasn't my fault. Well, it was, but it wasn't, two ends. It was my dad's and my fault. So another thing I remember deals with bikes also. So my half brothers would get into fights. Like, I have two half brothers, and they were living with their mom, but then they came to live with us in the trailer. So this was like a 4 bedroom trailer, I think. So me and my sister shared. My dad and my mom had one, and then my two full-blooded brothers shared, and then my two half-brothers shared. So that makes 4. But anyway, they would get into fights, and my mom got a call one day at work from our neighbor saying, your two boys are at it again. They're throwing bicycles at each other. And they were very strong, okay? So they were literally fighting with bikes. So they were throwing bicycles at each other, if that tells you anything. Now, I will say, rest in peace to my half-brother, Chris. I love you so much, and I miss you. He recently died back in September. I think it was September or November. It was one of them. But you are truly missed by everybody. And don't forget that. I know you're looking down upon us. I love you. Now, another story I remember, it has to deal with a cat. So, I have a scar on one of my eyelids. I don't know. I'm not sure which one. I don't know. It's one of them. Oh, right here. Okay. Let the camera adjust. Like right here. I have a scratch right there. Okay. I was maybe, around my eldest son's age, about 6 years old. I was about 6 when this happened. I was trying to pet our cat that was up on the dresser, right? Well, my brother sees me trying to pet the cat. He comes over, pushes the cat right off the dresser. Cat comes down and slices me right in the freaking eye. I'm screaming bloody murder. They rushed me to the hospital. I had to get 6 butterfly stitches in my eye up here. Um, I was kicking and screaming, and they had to strap me to one of them boards. It's kind of like a gurney, but they had to strap me to it to put the stitches in. Like, I was kicking and screaming. I would not let anybody touch me because of how bad it hurt. But they finally get the stitches in. Go lay down, bub. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Where was I? I was kicking and screaming at the doctors. I wouldn't let nobody touch me. So they had to strap me in. My mom said it took like 8 people to hold me down for them to get those stitches in my eye. I am so thankful to all the doctors that helped me with that, because I don't know who they were, but I'm so thankful. I am sorry about what I did. I didn't mean to. I was just a little kid, so. Okay, another one. This one, I was probably 7, 8 when this happened. I was spending the night over at a friend's house. We lived maybe a block away, because we were like right here, and then you have like all these other trailers across from us, and then they were on the other side. Okay. Now, I was spending the night. My friend was already asleep. Everybody was asleep there. And I couldn't sleep. I was scared. I don't know why. I just couldn't sleep. I got scared. So what I did was, in the middle of the night, I walked home. I walked home all by myself back to my trailer. And thankfully, my mom was awake. I walked through the door. She's like, "What are you doing home? You're supposed to be staying in your friend's house." I'm like, "I got scared." So what my mom had to do was, she had to message her mom and let her know where I was so she wouldn't be freaking out. I am so sorry for doing that. Another thing I remember about living in the trailer court. Now, I'm not sure, I don't remember this, okay? But I was told this. So, my mom had all 6 of us kids. She had me, my 2 brothers, my sister, and my 2 half-brothers, right? So it makes 6 of us. And she was in a hurry trying to get all of us in the vehicle and stuff. I think she was taking us to school, or we were going somewhere. I don't remember, like I said. But I was a baby. I was still in a car seat, okay? Now, I was told by my siblings I was left on the porch. But my mom swears up and down that she left me on the pool table. We didn't have a pool table in the trailer. Or no, she said kitchen table. But yeah, my mom left me there. And she was probably about, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes away. And she realized, she was counting all heads, and I wasn't there. She whipped that vehicle right around, and she came back and got me. I was still in my car seat, just a happy baby. Didn't know what was going on. I thought it was funny. I mean, I didn't think it was funny at first, but now that I'm older, I'm like, we do that nowadays. You'll get freaking DCFS called on your CPS. That's why you gotta be careful. Okay, and this one is not in a trailer park. This one it's in a little town called Hallsville. Maybe, I don't know, maybe, trying to think of maybe how many houses there was. There was probably about 25 houses in that little town. Okay. Well, one thing I do remember was my sister went skinny dipping in our pool, because we built in an in-ground pool. She went skinny dipping in it. She had to go pee one time. Or while she was in there, she sat on the side of the pool and she pissed. If she ever finds my YouTube channel, she will be pissed that I'm saying this. Okay, now, if my son will stop interrupting. Okay, here's another story. My my mom bought me this big, huge Pink Panther, right, from a garage sale, and I loved it. It was my favorite. I would take it everywhere with me. I'd have it sit up on my shoulders and everything. Well, one day, oh, I should say night, because my dad, he plays in a band and everything, and he was having a concert that night out at our place because we had a huge house. We had let's see, we had a 5-bedroom house out in that small town, and our yard was huge. Now, my brothers got a hold of my Pink Panther, and they threw it in the bonfire. I was so mad. You guys don't even know. I was crying. My mom took me inside. She's like, it's alright. She gave me some ice cream, and she's like, I'll try and find you another one. And I'm like, Mom, you got that at a garage sale. How you gonna find another one? We don't even know where they got it from. But I was so mad. I just put on my swimsuit and I jumped in the pool with my friends, because they were there at the concert. My dad actually has a YouTube channel if you would like to look him up. I will mention his channel up above if you would like to go check it out. His name is called Drummer Vibes. Drummer Vibes, Planet Vibes. He changes it so many times, but anyway. Another thing that I remember doing. Now, when I say this, do not go out and do it. This was back when I was little. This was back in the 2000s. This is not right to do, so don't ever do it. Okay. So we lived in a little town, and there was this they have these gray bins and stuff that semis can stop by and get drinks and candy or whatever. Well, me and my friends would go in there. We'd get water and every so often, right? And we'd buy candy we called it the candy shop, because that's what basically they had, was candy, soda that you could buy and stuff like that. Well, one night, me and my friends broke the window, and we went in and we stole from there. We stole candy and soda. Don't ever do any of that, okay? I was a bad kid, okay? I had bad influences around me, so don't do any of that, okay? Do not. I repeat, do not. I mean, we didn't steal that much. We just stole like a couple sodas, enough for us for that night, because I was staying the night with my friends. But we stole some drinks, some candy. We didn't steal it all because we didn't want them to notice, Okay, another thing I remember is I rode the school bus, right? Well, there were these two girls that lived maybe further down the street than my friends did, because my friends lived right across the street. Well, these two girls, for some reason, didn't like me. I mean, I never talked to them or anything. I'm friends with them now. To this day, I'm friends with them. Like, I have them on my Facebook and everything, but back then they didn't like me. I don't know why. I never hung out with them, so I don't know why they didn't like me. But they had one of the, what are they called, pocket knives. I was sitting in the seat by myself, and they were sitting behind me. Well, one of them poked their head around to see what I was doing. I was facing forward like I'm supposed to on the school bus. Well, then one of them, the one that poked their head around, she came and sat next to me. And then the other sister poked her head around. Well, she tried to cut me with that pocket knife. But my brother was sitting in the seat across from me, and he saw what was going on. He took that pocket knife and he gave it to the bus driver. And they got expelled off the bus. So they weren't, I don't know why they were trying to do that, but maybe, I don't know, jealousy maybe? I don't know. But don't ever do any of that either. I'm not trying to put thoughts in your guys' heads. I'm just telling you a little bit about my childhood. So, another thing that I remember out in that small town was they had this big, huge rock pile. Okay, it was huge. They had a couple of them actually. And we would take, it was like hard rock, so you could climb up it and not sink into it. We would take sleds up there and we would slide down it. It would, you know, since it wasn't snowing or anything, we're like, we're gonna make our own fun. So we're gonna go sledding on it. It was really fun. Another thing I remember is our neighbor, not my friends that lived across the street, but they like lived right next to us. They were two teenage boys, and one of them was getting off the bus, and my eldest brother, not my half brother, but my eldest brother, my full blood, he and the boy that I liked actually got into a fist fight. And they were pulling each other's shirts around, and they fell on the ground, freaking knocking each other out in the faces. And my brother was in a pure white t-shirt. It wasn't pure white no more after that. Mud, dirt, blood. I'm outside screaming for my mom. Mom, there's a fist fight. The mother of the boy, she was just standing on the porch watching. Aren't you gonna do something with your kid? No. Rest in peace, because they both died in a car accident. I don't remember how long ago, but it was years. Maybe like 6 years ago, maybe. I don't remember how long ago, but rest in peace, guys. I swear, all the people that I know mostly are dying. Car accidents. Like, they died in a car accident. My half-brother died in a car accident. Well, it was a motorcycle accident. But it was not his fault. It was the lady ran a stop sign, I think. That's what happened. And my brother was turning onto the intersection, and he flipped over her car. But yet, she's not getting fined or anything. She's not in trouble for it either, which I think is bullcrap. But they need to do something about it. But that's a little bit about my childhood. I thought I would give you guys a little bit of intel on how it was growing up. As you can tell, I went through a lot when I was little. But don't forget to follow, like, subscribe. If you want, leave me some comments down below of what you guys want me to do a video of, and I will. If you want to know anything, or we'll do a Q&A if you'd like. Like, just leave questions down below. I'll write down those questions, and then I will make another video and of all those questions that everybody asked me. So, yeah. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching if you did. I have brownie on my face. I'm a messy eater. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks.